Hi, my name is Landon Gabriel, and today I'm going to be talking about Destiny 2, mainly its Content Vault, which was created this November with the release of Beyond Light, its latest expansion. Now, this expansion, Beyond Light, was the first time content had ever been removed from the game, and this stuff that was removed was put in the Destiny Content Vault, which contains everything from the original game as well as everything removed. Basically, the Content Vault contains everything that isn't currently in the game that has been in the past. And this Content Vault was created for several reasons, including that Bungie believed that the file size was too big, which reduced load times and filled up people's hard drives. And they also stated that the content needed reworked, and removing it allowed them to work on engine upgrades as well as recreating the areas and improving on them. They also stated that they wanted people to focus on newer parts of the game that had just been released instead of just playing older activities. Now, this removal, also known as vaulting, removed a large portion of the game, including 5 raids, where originally there had been 7, 4 playable areas, where there had also been 7, and 4 unique activities where 6 had existed before. Now, some content was added with Beyond Light to replace these things, including 1 raid, which increased the total raids to 3 instead of 7, 2 playable areas, which brought up the playable areas to 5 instead of 7, and 3 unique activities, which brought the unique activities to 5 instead of 6. Now, while most of the unique activities were replaced with something, things like raids and playable areas lost several and did not replace all of them, which left many fans unhappy and slightly disappointed. Although they didn't expect everything to be replaced, they thought some of the things would come back. But developers believe that this change was for the better because, as I said earlier with the engine updates, this allows them to avoid releasing a Destiny 3 because it lets them upgrade their engine without completely making a new game, as usually every part of the game would have to be worked on to release a new engine. And to work on every part of the game, you have to remove every part of the game. So by doing this in waves, they don't have to create a Destiny 3. Now, this new system has yet to be seen, like, benefit-wise, but many are hopeful that the Destiny Content Vault will work out in the long run. However, one portion that people are a little upset about is the campaigns being removed. Now, Destiny isn't really known for its story, but they removed 3 campaigns, all of which were from the beginning of the game. So the original campaign that came out with the game, as well as Year 1 and 2's DLC campaigns, were all removed, which many believe left new players out to dry and gave them very little understanding of the game by not explaining anything that's going on. One example of this that is often brought up is that the clan vendor often says things that the player may not have done, including things like taking down Gaul, which is one of the points of the original game and the original campaign, which players cannot even do anymore. So fans are slightly upset that they discuss things that cannot be done, so that leaving new players even more confused about what's going on with the story as well as with the game. However, many believe that Bungie, who had developed Destiny 2, will go on to fix these issues and make the game better in the long run by removing things. Now, this is to be seen, of course, but there are definitely a few benefits that are starting to pop up because of this Content Vault, as load times have sped up, and things like raids and things have ran smoother simply because there's less content in the game, allowing things to work properly. And another benefit, of course, is because there's less content, things like updates can be rolled out much better, and they can keep things like new things balanced, because before they had several activities and several areas that they had to balance separately, but now with the removal of several areas, balance does not have to be done in those areas, allowing them to balance things quickly. But, like I said, people are hopeful that this will work out in the long run, and that vaulting will end up being good for the game and prevent them from having to make another one and moving everything over.